Hello, welcome back to Let's Use the C Word. So we are now 1 week from the final round of chemotherapy. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update, see how I'm getting on. Broadly speaking, actually not bad. It's been a challenging week in terms of side effects, but if I'm honest, probably nothing that I didn't expect. So everything that I was kind of dealing with in the previous rounds has either continued or it's kind of just kind of bumbling along. So things like the taste has been impacted, but it hasn't got uncontrollable. It's been kind of manageable, so that's okay. And the elements that I think are probably that have ramped up after round 4 are definitely the sensitivity to cold. So that has been off the scale to the point where my face has started cramping. I've got this little heat pad thing that I keep having to put over my hands because what happens is the ends of my fingers get really tingly, and it actually prevents me from doing stuff because you can't kind of physically do things with your fingers because it actually hurts. So that's a little bit odd. But to be fair, not helped by the fact that it's been, of course, snowing. So outside has been very, very chilly indeed. So I've just had to be really, really careful, do my wonderful Eskimo impressions every time I go outside. But so that's definitely gone up, and I think that's actually lasting a little bit longer. The good news is this morning I was able to drink something that was cold. So obviously that part of things is starting to subside. The other bits, the fingers and the, everything in terms of going outside, that's definitely still there. The other element that's turned up an enormous amount is the actual tiredness. So what I've found is that there's been a couple of occasions where I've had to just wave the white flag and just go to sleep in the kind of afternoon. And in the evenings, I'm very, very early to bed. Now, the good news is that I'm actually sleeping. So once I'm in bed, as you know, I had the kind of insomnia caused by the steroids. So once that subsided, which was, I guess, from Monday, so we're now Thursday, since then, the night time has actually been absolutely fine. So that's obviously good news because that helps in terms of how I feel in the morning. Certainly in the afternoons, I can just feel it's like somebody's kind of dialing me down. And then actually, eventually, somebody just flicks a switch and says, "That's it, Paul, you're going to go to sleep." And it's fine. It's exactly what the chemotherapy side effect it is, and I've experienced it before. It's just quite a bit more prevalent. So we'll manage that, and hopefully that will start to subside as we go through the next kind of week or so. In terms of what's next, so I'm still waiting for details of my scan. So I'm due to have a scan at some point very soon, just again do the kind of belts and braces, sweep check that we've got all of the cancer, and that we can move forward and just move into kind of more of a monitoring phase. The other element that's happening, which is really good news, so I mentioned before that I've been down dialing my night feed. Well, actually, I've now been off that for a full week. And the good news is that has made me feel, just in terms of freedom and being able to do things, get up in the morning and shower, it's just given me a lot more kind of, I guess, freedom and feeling of not being tied to a machine, which has been really, really nice. The other good part of that is whilst I did lose kind of small bit of weight after the first couple of days, since then I've actually maintained it. And that's obviously very positive because it's showing that the oral consumption of food is working and it's doing what it should do. So what we've done is we've organised a meeting with my surgeon next week. And presuming that this all continues and my dietitian is comfortable with where I'm at, hopefully they're actually going to remove my feeding tube altogether. So again, that's another kind of milestone, a big tick, and that'll feel pretty good. So I guess in summary, it's been challenging. The last week has been tricky at times, but not unexpected. And actually, if I compare to where it could have been in terms of what people were talking about in fact, that some people don't actually manage to go through this full 4 phases, I'm actually think I'm doing all right, and I'm kind of proud as to where I'm at. And if we've got a couple of few more days that I need to deal with, or a few more weeks that I need to deal with these kind of things, in the great scheme of things, it's no big deal. So I'll keep you up to date. Fingers crossed for next week and the feeding tube, and we'll catch up very soon.